Hi, guys. Welcome to day 3 of your 10-day Breathing the Stress Away challenge. I hope you've enjoyed the first few days. Today, we're going to be working on a concept of retention. So retention is when you kind of hold that energy in. And this is a really great thing that we do in a yoga practice, and we call it like holding the prana, holding that energy in. You'll often hear of like the bandhas holding up that energy. So sealing the pelvic floor and sealing your throat locks, so different locks that keep that prana, that energy stored. So we're going to be playing around with the pelvic floor lock and then our throat lock, Jalandhara Bandha. You don't need to remember any of these, it's Mula Bandha. But they're great ways of kind of like concealing and storing that prana in that thoracic cavity of the body. So we'll be doing it on the inhale at the top, so using Jalandhara Bandha, the throat lock, and we'll be doing it at the bottom, sealing in on the exhale with that Mula Bandha. And I always find that the hold on the exhale is a little bit more challenging for me, but it'll be interesting to see what you find to be more difficult. So it won't be too complex. I'll just be telling you to retain the breath at different areas, and eventually you'll be going at your own retention. So at the beginning, I'll be telling you when to inhale, when to exhale, but then I want you to have a go. And the way to know when you need to exhale is when the body starts to tighten and constrict. That's probably the point where we want to either let the breath go or take an inhale. And that's the breath starting to tense. And what we want to eventually do is lengthen out that period of time that the cells in the body stay calm. Okay? So get yourself settled on a block, on a bolster, whatever you need. Take the hands however you want. Maybe the palms facing down. Maybe you just hold them in the lap today. That's totally fine as well. Bring the eyes to close. Settle your hair, settle your clothes, and just make that commitment to yourself. Don't worry if it's not perfectly quiet where you are. Just tune in. What's going on in the mind, what's going on in the body, depending on the time of day that you've decided to do this breathing practice. Take a moment to be grateful that you've got this time and that you are dedicating this practice to you. We're going to go straight into Ujjayi breathing. So constricting the back of the throat, starting to make those oceanic sounds. And I don't want you to worry too much about the duration or the length of the breath to start. Just practice making that sound. Notice if the inhale or the exhale are easier. Like I said yesterday, one of the reasons why we use this type of breath work is that it creates a sound, and this helps us to focus and stay connected to our breathing rather than letting the mind go crazy and wander all over the place. The other reason, often if this is included in a yoga practice, is that it helps to kind of stoke the fire inside. So it warms up the body from the inside out. And you don't get this type of breath work too often in a hot yoga class because you've got the heat there to help warm you. Sometimes it'll be at the beginning or the end, or maybe in a slower class to really start to tune you in. But generally in a hot class, they wouldn't recommend that you carry on this breath the whole time. So maybe noticing that fire getting stoked inside of you. And then I want you to gently start to even out those inhales and exhales. So moving into that Samavriti. Just starting to thread that in. Don't worry if you lose a bit of the Ujjayi breath or if it disappears entirely. Bringing that awareness to the duration of the inhale and exhale, smoothing them out, making them the same. Like these massage strokes moving up and down in the body, helping to release tension, helping to relax you. And again, with every exhale, just let something drop, let something go. Maybe you can literally feel the muscles starting to release down. We're going to take about another 5 Samavriti breaths here, and then we're going to move into that 3-part breathing. I'm going to snap you along. Remember, we breathe into the back, the belly, the rib, the shoulders, the chest, and then we snake back out. Chest, shoulders, rib, belly, back. Take your last Samavriti here, inhaling, and then exhaling to the bottom, and we move straight into 3-part breathing. Breathing into the back, the belly, the ribs, the shoulder, the chest, shoulder, rib, rib, belly, back. Keep going. Back, belly, rib, rib, shoulder, chest, chest, shoulder, rib, rib, belly, back, back, belly, rib, rib, shoulder, chest, chest, shoulder, rib, rib, belly, back. Keep going. Back, out, chest, in, back. We're going to retain at the top here. So getting ready for that. Into the chest, retain for 4, 3, 2, 1. Out, chest, shoulder, rib, rib, belly, back. In, back, belly, rib, rib, shoulder, chest. Hold 4. Out, chest. In, back. Retain 5. Out, chest. In, back. Retain 6. Out, chest. In, back. Retain 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Out, chest. In, back. This is our last round, retaining at the top. Another 7, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Out, chest. We're going to retain at the bottom now. Getting ready for that retention. Only 4 to start. Retain 4, 3, 2, 1. In, back. Out, chest. Retain 4. In, back. Out, chest. Retain 5. In, back. Out, chest. Retain 6. In, back. Out, chest. Retain 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. In, back. Out, chest. Retain 7. In, back. We're going to retain at the top and the bottom now. Get ready for it. Retain 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Out, chest. Retain 7. In, back. We're going to do 4 more rounds of this. Try and stay with it. If you need to take a break, take it. 7. Out, chest. Retain 7. In, back. 3 more. Retain 7. Out, back, out, chest. Retain 7. 2 more rounds. In, back. Hold 7. Out, chest. Retain 7. This is our last round here. In, back. Retain 7. Out, chest. Retain 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take a big inhale all the way to the top, as big as you can. And I want you to retain here, and you're going to really listen for the instruction from the cells. Hold as long as you can. Keep the eyes closed. Notice that point when they start to tighten. And when they start to tighten, you're going to exhale. And you're going to retain at the bottom again. You might still be holding your breath. That's totally fine. And then do that exact same thing. Retain on that exhale. Listen to the cells. And then when you take that inhale, you're just going to slowly return to natural inhale and exhale. I want you to just gently place one hand on the belly and one hand on the chest. Feel that connection. Maybe even tuning into that space that you've been creating. And just allow all the cells of the body to absorb that breathing practice, to absorb that prana. Maybe you notice the lock in the pelvis on the exhale, or the lock in the throat on that inhale at the top. Maybe you're feeling supercharged, ready for the rest of your day or ready for your night. And then gently place the hands onto the thighs, palms facing down, feeling that connection to the body. Take an inhale, just roll the shoulders up to the ears, and then exhale, let them drop away. Just take a couple of these. Inhaling up to the ears, exhale, dropping away. Last one. Good. As the shoulders drop down, just gently bring your hands together and rest the thumbs at your sternum. Slightly tuck the chin, flutter the eyes open, and just look to your fingers, your hands, your thumbs. Take an inhale here, raising the head, opening the eyes fully. And as you exhale, just start to bow forwards, closing off this breathing practice, and then coming back to seated. Well done, guys. Amazing work. Day 3. Remember, if you feel lightheaded in any of these breathing practices, know that that's normal, okay? You can take breaks, but as we go, you'll get more practiced at it, and your body will become more accustomed to these longer breath holds. Amazing work. I'll see you tomorrow.